Have you ever been married but then still feel single? This is exactly my husband's situation. On the 2nd of January 2026, he was around and so we were strolling. We were strolling in the evening and then I asked him, what is the problem or challenge that you are facing in silence? He hesitated at first, but then he now opened up and told me that he is married but feels single. I asked him, what did you mean by that? And he said that he's married but he lives like a single man because he is the one that does everything for himself. He goes to work, he comes back, he prepares his meal, he washes his clothes. In short, to make it short, he does all his domestic work. And everything that he used to do is what I used to do for him. And so being that he's the one doing all these things, he's not feeling the impact of being married. He feels like a single person. And I'm a human. When he said so, I was touched. I felt pity for him. But then there is nothing I can do for him because distance has really come to separate us. And he is in a different city, while me, I am in a different city working. And so this is what I've been going on for a while. But the question is, how long can this thing continue? He said, how long can he bear it? So he's talking of him bearing the situation for years. But then he has no option. But he is just enduring. But since I asked him, what is the problem he's facing in silence? This is exactly what he's facing in silence. It is not easy being married and you have a loving wife that you people do things together, you wake up together, you stroll together, you walk together, you face your moments of trials and difficulty together. Then suddenly, life, work, responsibility separates you people. It's not easy because you are used to your partner. You are used to doing things together. You are used to living as a couple. You are used to feeling your happy days and tough days together. As a married couple, you are faced with challenges. And when your partner is there, it is easier because your partner is really there to help you come out of whatever you are going through. But distance being there, that physical presence is no longer there. So he complained. He said, as a man, it is not easy for him being a faithful husband. There are days he will need his wife, but I won't be available. The temptations are here and there, but he holds himself. So distance really tests our marriage because distance is testing him how he can be faithful it can be committed, how it can be responsible, how it can be able to sacrifice for the marriage. It is not easy. The temptation is there, coming from friends, coming from close ones. Have a girlfriend, have a woman by you that is going to assist you to do the domestic chores. Have a girlfriend that is going to assist you in your sexual urge. And so it is not easy. So distance can really test how committed you are to your marriage. And because of distance, our relationship is now in a different angle. And sometimes there is this feeling of doubt that can come in once in a while because people will be feeding you with info. You are here. Did you know what your partner is doing without your presence? So distance really tests trust in marriage. I don't know if you've faced a distant relationship before, or you are in a distant marriage as we speak. You are going to know that it is not easy. It is not easy because as a man, you'll be the one to go to the market to get foodstuff because it's this type that does not like eating outside. So you'll be the one to go to the market, prepare what you will eat. And those things are things that I do for him. So he's used to me doing those things. But now he does cooking, washing, and he stays alone. And so there is this loneliness of being alone in the house. There are some days he will call me and he will say he is tired. He's tired of living a single life when he knows he's married. But then I will encourage him and make him to understand that if he comes and he stays with us in the house, how will he meet up with his responsibility as a man? He knows work is very hard to get in the society. And this one that he has gotten, if he leaves because of how he's missing me and the kids, what is the assurance of getting another job? And how is he going to make ends meet as a man? So for the sake of the family, I will plead with him to pay this great sacrifice. It is not easy. He is trying a lot. It is not easy, but he does it for the family. That is how distance can really test marriage. So if you are privileged, you are with your partner right now, thank God. Because if distance should come between you and your partner, you will see your marriage in a different level. And if care is not taken, you start to suspect each other because people will be feeding you, people will be telling you things. But how strong are you to know that wherever your partner is, he's there for the progress of the family. Distant marriage is another new dimension of marriage. There is a big gap, a big difference when you and your partner are together in one place and when distance separates you people. It's work. So for us to be together means sacrificing big time by one person leaving the person's job. And you know how the society is. It is not easy to find a job. So when you get one, you don't joke with it. You don't trade it. And you know, from your work is where you are going to make ends meet. So when you quit, how will you be able to take care of yourself? How can you meet up with the responsibility at hand? It is not easy. Distant marriage. The impact is so heavy on my husband. I feel for him and I always praise him that he is doing great, that he is trying, because it's not easy. It is easier for me as a woman than for him, because what I do is almost like what I am used to doing. But as for him, the game is different. Everything is really different. This distance that has come in between our marriage it has created a lot of negative impact on the progress of the family, because it's like my husband having two wives. He will, whatever he does here on my own side is the same thing that he would do on his own side. The properties that we've already gotten here is the same property he bought where he is, just for him to be comfortable. And this really draws us backward, because the money that we could have used to do something else is being used for the same purpose. We have properties in the house, and so the money is supposed to go for something else. But because it's in a separate place, those the same things that we have, he will still buy them. What of food stuff? If we buy food stuff, we would have used it, cook it, and everyone will eat. But the same amount we spend on food stuff, he will still spend them, because he needs to survive also. So whatever we are buying, we buy into. Our marriage, being a distant one right now, makes us to spend more. And for him to be able to see us, to see his kids, to see me, it costs him a lot in the area of transportation. For him to come and go, that money is okay for us to feed for a week if we are together. So you can see the cost that this distance is really putting on our marriage. It is not easy. And so if there was no understanding, if we are not able to understand the circumstances surrounding us being separate by distance, it will really cause a lot of trouble in the relationship. because there are things we are supposed to do, but we are being restricted because of the cost, because of what money is really going into. Okay, so it is not easy. It is not easy, but thank God for understanding. We are able to understand, but sometimes we are human. We do have misunderstanding, and sometimes I will say, I don't understand you anymore. You've changed. But then I will know that all this is happening because of the distance. So, in as much as there is distance, there are going to be changes, and the ability to understand that and see how to manage ourselves, that is what is really keeping us. Okay? And if what I just said right now is what you are also passing through, then I want you to drop your comments in the comment section below. What is your experience? What are you passing through? What is the negative impact of your distant marriage or relationship? I would love to hear from you in the comment section. This is real life. I told you this channel is all about what people are actually facing in silence, but don't talk about it often. People endure these things that are really happening in silence. But this channel is where we are going to open up, we are going to speak up, so that someone out there can be able to know that what they are passing through is not just happening to only them, it's happening to others out there. And so we are survivors. We can survive. We can encourage ourselves through this platform. I am glad I was able to communicate with you. This is real life, and you are watching Real Life Unfiltered TV. Until next time, I remain your host, Dora Bob, and I'll catch up with you in my next video. Take good care of yourself. Distance can only strengthen your marriage if you want it to, and distance can also destroy your marriage or relationship if you allow it. Therefore, let understanding lead you in your distant marriage or relationship. Okay?